Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
The presidential race heats up with just 14 days away from Election Day. As the race for the White House and the fight for Michigan heats up, we are seeing more campaigning in our state. We'll let you know who's here today.
There's a concerning spike as new coronavirus infections in the United States are rising at an alarming rate once again.
This is serious. You know, this ain't no joke. It's killing people. All you gotta do is to get to know.
Where we stand as a nation and here at home.
But first, early morning gunfire brings Detroit police to an East Side home. How the incident escalated into something much more. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for this extended hour of Local 4 News at noon. That investigation does top our newscast.
And we want to show you some video now from the scene. It's at Casino and Duchess. Local 4's Rod Maloney is here now to bring us up to speed and explain how the man who fired the shots ended up in handcuffs. Rod?
Detroit police ending their briefing here after a barricaded gunman situation. It all broke out about 5:30 this morning at Casino and Duchess. It started out as a domestic incident, but ended up with shots fired at police. The first officers on the scene tried to approach the house. They heard gunfire inside, and then as they got closer, still more came outside, says Detroit Police Captain Darren Zalagi.
The officers parked down the street from the location, were walking up. They seen a suspect out front of the house. He had a handgun and he was firing shots. Very dangerous situation for our officers to be in, walking up in the dark of night on that.
They found a woman who'd fled the house with a neck wound and shipped her to the hospital. The 28-year-old man ran back inside, and that's when this situation ramped up. The Detroit Police Department telling Local 4 this is the 27th barricaded gunman situation this year, a 25% increase over last year across the city. The call went out for more help. 9th and 5th precinct officers showed up along with a special response team.
Our negotiators made contact. After quite an extensive period of negotiation, he finally wisely surrendered.
And it all played out for our Local 4 camera. The man first walks out, speaks extensively with officers, then gets on his knees, and then he goes and lies on his stomach. He was there for about 5 minutes before they finally took him into custody.
So we're thankful no one is hurt, no officers are hurt, no suspect, no victim. Everything's good.
So in the end, they still had to get a search warrant because they wanted to do more investigation on this case. We'll expect an arraignment here in the next day or two. In Detroit, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Rod. Moving to Detroit's west side now, an investigation is underway after a 34-year-old man is shot and killed. It happened early this morning on the 4400 block of the Lodge Service Drive right near Forest. You're looking at a video there from the scene. If you have any information, Detroit police want to hear from you, or you can call Crime Stoppers and make an anonymous tip. Their number is 1-800-SPEAK-UP.
We do have an update on a story that Local 4 first reported last night. It's new video that may help solve a fatal shooting case. Detroit police have released security camera video of two men who are persons of interest in a shooting of a 31-year-old man. This happened Monday evening at the Sunoco gas station on East Warren and Cadillac. The victim had an altercation inside of the station and was shot and killed as he walked outside. If you can identify either of these two men, you should contact Detroit police.
Coronavirus cases here in Michigan continue to rise. The state reports a combined total of 2,909 cases. Those are Sunday and Monday's totals, and another 24 people have died from the virus here in Michigan. We are expecting a new case update this afternoon, and meanwhile, the weekly report on COVID in schools is out as well. 27 schools have been added to the list of those reporting outbreaks, and that includes 6 new cases in 1 week at Plymouth Christian Academy over in Canton. Michigan State University is the school that has the highest number of cases. They're at 1,622 cases. Also, restrictions at the U.S.-Canada border will continue. Canada's public safety minister announced on Monday his country's ban on non-essential travel to the U.S. will remain in effect until at least November 21st. Meanwhile, coronavirus cases are on the rise all across the country as well, but in some states, the surge has hit crisis levels.
While the United States is leading the world in coronavirus cases, there are more than 8,217,000 confirmed cases in the United States. In total, more than 222 220,000 Americans have died from this illness. This is according to the Johns Hopkins University database. Across the country, a growing number of hospitals are also beginning to be overwhelmed with coronavirus patients. As Gabe Gutierrez reports, in Wisconsin, authorities are frantically trying to contain the alarming number of new infections.
The state of Wisconsin is seeing around 3,800 new COVID cases a day. 85% or so of its ICU beds are full throughout the state. And here at this new drive-through testing site that opened for the first time on Monday, we saw hundreds of cars lining up to get their COVID tests. This is right outside of Miller Park, the home of Major League Baseball's Milwaukee Brewers. Now, new COVID restrictions are back in effect here in Wisconsin after a judge upheld the governor's order limiting capacity at bars and restaurants to 25%. Also, more people are expected here today at this drive-through testing site and also at polling places across Wisconsin. Early voting begins in this state today. Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, Milwaukee.
All right, Gabe, thank you. We are down to the wire. You mentioned early voting. We're down to the wire with the general election. It's just 14 days away. And of course, coronavirus is a top issue that is not going away, and it'll likely be broached during Thursday's presidential debate.
Absolutely. And speaking of the debate, there is a new rule that is put in place. This is all because of what happened in last debate, and it's to prevent those constant interruptions we saw in the first one. They're going to be muting the microphones of President Trump and Joe Biden at times during when they are supposed to be able to speak for 2 minutes uninterrupted. Tracy Potts has a look at reaction from especially the Trump team.
No reaction yet from the Biden campaign, but the president's responding. He says he will show up, but he thinks that microphone rule is unfair.
I can answer the question.
Why would you answer that question?
To
prevent
a repeat of this.
Just as radical left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen.
The Presidential Debate Commission announced they will mute the opponent's microphone during each candidate's 2-minute response at Thursday's debate. The Trump campaign calls the commission biased, changing the rules to provide advantage to their favored candidate, and they're disputing the topics.
We're going to win the state of Arizona.
Polls are now open in 37 states. President Trump reportedly wants to boost his rallies to 5 a day, telling campaign workers.
People are tired of COVID. I have the biggest rallies I've ever had, and we have COVID. People are saying whatever, just leave us alone. They're tired of it.
The Democrats' vice presidential nominee, Senator Kamala Harris, slamming the president in Florida for not listening to scientists.
Denied fact, denied science, and lied to the American people. So we know we need a change, and a change is coming.
Democratic nominee Joe Biden, taking a break before the debate, is warning his team against being complacent. Polls show him ahead by double digits, but tighter in swing states. Coronavirus continues to dominate the campaign.
This is serious. You know, this ain't no joke. It's killing people. All you gotta do is to get the number.
The virus now surging in 38 states, with cases up 10% in the last 2 weeks. And the president is again disparaging his top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, calling him a disaster on that campaign call. Dr. Fauci now has personal security because of death threats. I'm Tracy Potts.
All right. Thank you, Tracy. We do want to let you know the final presidential debate is scheduled for this Thursday at 9 o'clock. Of course, you can watch it live right here on Local 4. And as the race for the White House and the fight for Michigan heats up, we are seeing more campaigning in our state.
Yeah, just about every single day. This time around, it's Eric Trump that's back in Michigan today. He's campaigning on behalf of the Trump-Pence presidential ticket, of course. He will be in Lansing, and then he will travel to Willis, which is in Washtenaw County. You may recall that Eric Trump was in Metro Detroit last Tuesday at the Novi Collection Showplace.
In the meantime, former Second Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, is going to be campaigning here in Michigan today, in fact, on behalf of the Biden-Harris ticket. She'll be visiting Detroit, Madison Heights, Dearborn, and Saginaw. And you might remember Joe Biden campaigned here in Michigan on Friday. He stopped in Southfield to speak there, and he also attended a voter mobilization event that was held in Detroit. Also making political headlines this afternoon, time might be running out for an agreement on a new federal stimulus program to help Americans deal with the pandemic.
Yes, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin continue to negotiate. Pelosi says that some progress is being made, but insiders on both sides say that there are major differences. Those differences focus on the size of the package and where money will be directed. The White House feels Speaker Pelosi is too rigid in her position.
And I can tell you the president has asked us to engage if she's willing to work in terms of some of the extreme policy initiatives that she's put forth and work on those issues.
I believe that the speaker is going to hang in there and try to get the best relief for people who are suffering.
President Trump has said that he would be willing to spend even more than what Democrats want, but that he might have trouble convincing Senate Republicans to support a plan that large. Let's turn our attention now to the weather.
Yes, meteorologist Brandon Rue is standing by for us this afternoon as we take a beautiful look at all of Metro Detroit there. Downtown Detroit in the foreground. Let's get on over to Brandon, who's standing by.
Nice to see a little sun.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great, Brandon?
Yeah, I mean, we had some early on as well, so there are just little signs and glimpses of hope out there today, and there will be more and more of that this week, but there are also obstacles in between. But we'll start with the here and now, and right around 10 degrees out there, Celsius. 50 Fahrenheit, that's our number at Metro. It's 49 with our live shot here in Ann Arbor. 49 Lapeer, 49 Monroe as well. And temperatures climbing little by little. 53 at 2. We're looking at 55 Double Nickels for a high temperature. A little east-northeast wind off of the Big Lakes keeps east siders just a little bit cooler than 55 degrees. You can see clouds coming and going, but no real sign of wet weather. There will be some frozen precip working into parts of northern lower in the UP, but we've got rain and thunder showers coming after midnight tonight. So we'll track those rain and thunder showers for Wednesday. How much of your day will be wet Wednesday? And we'll look at warming Wednesday numbers as well, all coming up.
Brandon, we'll see you in just a little bit. So to come here on Local 4 News at noon, Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson is talking about planning to vote during the coronavirus pandemic.
What she is suggesting to make sure your vote counts. But first, intentional infection. Why scientists in London are infecting volunteers with the coronavirus?